Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Melrose, and I'm here to share your daily aspects. Today, there's a theme that's been coming through for me overwhelmingly, and that is to give yourself a little bit of a break, okay? When things start to get a little overwhelming or too much, especially out in the social, civic, work life, don't be afraid to withdraw your energies a little bit. But also, even in the personal life, Mercury is retrograde. We have 7 retrograde planets right now, friends. Mars is stationing to go retrograde. And so the things that are happening are all sort of representing a slowdown and maybe, a need for us to be able to pay closer attention to what's going on so that we can navigate these troubled waters. And part of that is just going to be about giving yourself a break, taking the time to explore, taking the time to rest and regenerate, taking the time to consider the next moves. Okay, let's get into these aspects. Today is Thursday, September 15, 2022. The Sun and Venus are together in the land of Virgo, probably deep in conversation since Virgo is ruled by Mercury. We are thinking about our experiences and the way we express ourselves in the world. We're thinking about the investments we make, the grace we give, and the love we share. One thing is clear to us: if it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't add up to a secure feeling that we have about our place in the world and the work we've done to get here and the people we keep around us, then it will be very annoying. Some ties may need to be unceremoniously severed as we come to a limit in our ability to process chaos at this time. The waning gibbous moon is in Taurus, making ingress to Gemini this afternoon. Waning gibbous is a time when we're reflecting and assessing what it is we have that we can now live without. Moon in Taurus is pretty attached to material comforts, but we also want to feel as though our home space is tidy and efficient. So perhaps we're considering the cluttered corners and closets, the catch-all spaces, how to make them more tidy and efficient, and where the leftover stuff we aren't going to use is going to go, like to the neighborhood thrift store for the benefit of someone else's sense of security. And we have mutable earth and fixed earth today, friends. That this is the energy where we know the plan, we are well underway with it, and we are taking our time and seeing to our own comfort as we work it out. Okay, on to the page. First, let's take a look at what the moon is doing today. This has to do with our personal lives, how it feels to be us and who we are at home. Here is the moon on the page in Taurus. 3:47 this morning, moon goes sextile to Neptune. Central Standard Time, friends. Cancer and Pisces, those are your vibes. The sextile vibe here is about cooperation. These energies are working well together to generate a good outcome. Moon and Neptune get together, and this is when we are most in touch with our creative urge, our impulse to go with the flow and see what kind of beauty we can create. Then at 7:59 this morning, moon goes trine to Pluto, Cancer and Scorpio. The trine vibe is about ideal functioning, not just working together, but more like singing together in harmony to generate a good outcome. Moon and Pluto get together, and this is when we are most in touch with the part of ourselves we generally keep hidden from view. Our fears and insecurities may arise, but the trine vibe there says at this time, whatever comes up is bound to surprise and delight us. And then our void of course period today is 7 hours. We're given this time of exceptional lunar clarity to be able to connect with ourselves and with spirit. Whatever it is that you do to calm the mind and focus the intention, whether it be dancing, reading, meditation, journaling, etc., this is a great time to do it and a great time to give consideration to who we have been and who we intend to be going forward. Then this evening at 3:16, hardly in the evening, right? This afternoon at 3:16, Moon makes ingress to Gemini. Moon in Gemini helps us pick up the pace. It's time to have conversations, share stories, and speak our needs and desires aloud. This transit lasts 2.5 days. And then at 1:13 this morning, or I should say tomorrow morning, Friday morning, Moon goes sextile to Jupiter, Cancer, Sagittarius, Pisces. Sextile vibes again, friends. Cooperation is the name of the game. Moon and Jupiter get together and we can feel the sense of personal expansion that comes with the growth we've undergone. This is a friendly and social vibe. We can enjoy good company and be generous in our connections with others. And then on the sun side of the page, at 9:30 this evening, Neptune makes its perihelion. Now, Neptune is a ruler of Pisces, and Neptune is currently retrograde here in the sign of Pisces, in its home sign of Pisces. Perihelion is the planet's closest approach to the sun, which in this case isn't very close because Neptune is way out there. In any case, here we stand, having been standing for several days right in the center of Neptune's opposition to the sun from our perspective. And now this perihelion, this close approach of Neptune to the sun, it's as though the Neptune retrograde in Pisces is under a spotlight. Like if it were a full moon, but instead it's a full Neptune. Neptune's retrograde in Pisces has been about bringing us clarity in those areas that often lack definition. Our dreams, our fantasies, how we wish things were as opposed to how they really are. And with this clarity and under this spotlight, we are empowered to articulate our intuitive impressions and artistic urges in an unambiguous way. Trust what that creative drive is telling you at this time, friends. After all, we have all these blessings on the page to support the active pursuit of these dreamy things. In terms of ongoing astrological things, Mercury is opposite to Jupiter still. Mars is still trine to Mercury while also being trine to Saturn, and I've marked that up here as well. Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Each of these planets rules, each of these 4 planets rules 2 signs. So a lot of us are implicated in this ongoing drama regarding the intellect's reluctance to make changes to the routine ways of thinking and being in the world, and the blessings that Mars applies in terms of initiative, drive, and a willingness to work toward the expanded version of ourselves that we see. Reluctant as we may be, we can't really fail at this time if we take action, and taking action is blessed. Also, we still have our grand trine here, the Sun, Uranus, and Pluto, with Neptune in opposition to the Sun, creating this kite shape. Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Sun in opposition to Neptune feels a lot like Mercury in opposition to Jupiter. That's perhaps because Neptune and Jupiter both represent goals that are not likely to be met without some belief in ourselves and our ability to achieve whatever we set our minds to. Sun's opposition here shows a certain conscious resistance to making the changes to our day-to-day lives that are necessary for us to attain those dreams and ideal circumstances, which, as you recall, are under the spotlight. Crossing the path of that resistance is the Uranus trine to Pluto right here, though, saying these surprises, these shifts and transformations are coming your way. And you're in an ideal position with these trines to approach them, to accept them, and to approach them with the confidence of being divinely guided. Accept the call to adventure, friends. Go willingly. Change is the only constant. Additionally, Venus is still trine to Uranus right here. Taurus, Libra, and Aquarius. We may encounter some pleasant and surprising shifts away from the same old in our templates for attraction. Venus is about to culminate a square to Mars, which we're going to talk about, I think, tomorrow. And this trine with Uranus tells me that we are open to the changes coming into our love relationships and or perhaps our business partnerships or our relationship to finances. Sun is also still quincunx to Saturn here, Leo, Capricorn, and Aquarius. And here we are being encouraged to withdraw our efforts a little bit in the outer life. For the sake of our own sense of safety and security, we turn attention from the social sphere and perhaps back toward the home space, asking how well prepared we are for the longer nights of the coming season. And of course, it is retrograde season. 7 of the 11 planets we follow are currently retrograde, causing disruptions, holdups, lending us fresh perspectives, and asking us to do a lot of personal work so that we can move into these transformations as much like the best selves we desire to be as we can be. Regular daily life can be tough to navigate during retrograde season, and especially with Mercury, which is the ruler of our day-to-day life, being retrograde. So remember to go slow. I'm talking about driving, talking, walking, making transactions, saying how you feel. Slow the pace down. Give yourself some grace and go as easy as you can. Coming up tomorrow, we'll discuss the Venus square to Mars culmination. And this is bound to bring some heat to our cooperative and competitive interactions. Also, the Sun's opposition to Neptune meets its culmination, and we may feel more desire to withdraw or to resist things that feel too good to be true at this time. Third quarter moon in Gemini this Saturday will grace us with an opportunity to pause as we shift gears from planning to release to actively letting go of the stuff that no longer serves us. And that's it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you for tuning in. Please like my video, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell. I post here every day, and I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. For a longer, less formal version of this reading that includes further insight from Tarot, please check out my other channel, Astrology Today and Tarot with Melrose. The link is in the description. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. My love and gratitude truly go out to each and every one of you. And I will see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.